Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Cup English, the podcast where you can relax, listen to real conversations, and improve your English a little bit every day.
Hi everyone, I'm Chloe.
And I'm Liam. We're really happy you're here with us today.
Yes, whether you are listening while drinking coffee, walking outside, or just relaxing at home, thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
Exactly. And before we start today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow our podcast so you don't miss our daily episodes.
That's right. We post new podcast episodes every day to help you practice listening to natural English conversations.
Our goal is simple. We want to help you learn English the way people really speak in everyday life.
So, in our podcast, you'll hear friendly conversations, personal stories, sometimes a little debate.
And sometimes a little laughter, too.
Yes, definitely a lot of laughter.
Because learning English should feel relaxed, like talking with friends.
Exactly. So grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and enjoy today's conversation with us.
All right, Chloe, are you ready to introduce today's topic?
Of course. Today we're going to talk about something many people struggle with.
That sounds serious already.
Well, not too serious, but it's something we all think about at some point in life.
Okay, now I'm curious.
Today's topic is trusting your own journey.
I like that topic.
Me too. It's about learning to believe in your own path in life.
And not worrying too much about how fast other people are moving.
Exactly.
I think a lot of people feel pressure these days.
Especially when they look at social media.
Oh, yeah, that can be dangerous.
Very dangerous for your peace of mind.
So today, we're going to talk about trusting your journey, being patient with yourself, and understanding that everyone moves at a different speed in life.
And we'll share some of our own experiences too.
Yep, some honest stories.
Maybe a few mistakes.
Definitely a few mistakes.
That's how life works.
All right, let's jump into our conversation. Okay, Chloe, let me start with a question.
All right, go ahead.
When you hear the phrase, trusting your own journey, what does it mean to you?
Good question.
Take your time.
For me, trusting your own journey means believing that your life has its own path.
Okay.
And that path might look very different from other people's lives.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Sometimes we feel like we are behind.
Oh, yes, that feeling is very common.
Maybe your friends already have great jobs.
Or maybe they're already married.
Or maybe they are traveling the world.
Meanwhile, you're just trying to figure things out.
Exactly.
I think many people listening right now probably understand that feeling.
Yes, it can make you feel worried or even a little lost.
So trusting your journey means saying to yourself, it's okay, my life is moving at my own speed.
Right. Life is not a race.
But sometimes it feels like a race,
It really does.
especially when you compare yourself to others.
Yes, comparison is a big problem.
I think social media makes it worse.
Absolutely.
When you open Instagram or TikTok, everyone looks successful.
Everyone looks happy.
Everyone looks rich.
And everyone looks like they have the perfect life.
But we all know that's not the full story.
Exactly. People usually share the best moments,
Not the difficult moments.
not the mistakes.
And definitely not the confusing parts of life.
Right.
So when we only see the good parts of other people's lives, we start thinking something is wrong with our own life.
Yes, and that's where trusting your journey becomes important.
Because you remember that everyone has struggles.
Everyone has slow moments.
Everyone gets lost sometimes.
Even people who look very successful.
That's so true.
Trusting your journey also means accepting that life is not always clear.
Sometimes you don't know where you're going,
Exactly.
and that can feel uncomfortable.
But it's also very normal.
I remember a time when I had no idea what I wanted to do with my career.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I felt completely confused.
I think many people go through that.
Definitely.
Sometimes we think we should have everything figured out.
But life doesn't work that way.
Not at all.
Sometimes the journey only becomes clear after many years.
Exactly. And that's why trusting the process is so important.
I like that phrase, trust the process,
Me too.
even when things feel slow,
Even when you feel uncertain.
and even when other people seem ahead of you,
Yes.
because your journey is your own story.
And no one else can walk that path for you.
Wow, that sounded pretty deep, Chloe.
That wasn't my intention to sound so serious.
No, I like it.
Good.
But I think trusting your journey is easier to say than to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Sometimes the pressure from society is strong.
Very strong.
People expect certain things at certain ages,
Yes, like having a career by a certain age.
or getting married by a certain age.
Or buying a house.
Those expectations can make people feel stressed.
But the truth is, there's no single timeline for life.
Everyone moves at a different pace.
Exactly.
And sometimes the slower path teaches you more.
That's very true.
All right, I think we're getting into a really interesting discussion here.
Yes, and we haven't even started sharing our personal stories yet.
Oh yeah, that's coming next.
And I think our listeners will relate to those stories.
Because we've both had moments when we felt behind in life.
Definitely.
So in the next part, we're going to talk about something many people struggle with.
Comparing ourselves to others.
Ah yes, the classic problem.
The very classic problem.
All right, everyone, let's keep going. You know, Chloe, when we talk about trusting your own journey, I immediately think about a time in my life when I felt really behind.
Oh, really? When was that?
It was in my mid-20s. I remember looking at my friends and thinking, wow, everyone seems to know what they're doing except me.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, some of my friends already had stable jobs.
Like full-time careers?
Exactly. One of my friends became an engineer, another one started working in finance, and another friend already had a promotion.
Wow, that's a lot of success around you.
Yeah, and then there was me.
Uh-oh.
I was still changing jobs and trying to figure out what I really wanted to do.
That can feel stressful.
It really was. Sometimes when we met for dinner, they talked about their projects, their offices, their future plans.
And you felt different?
Exactly. I felt like I was the only one who didn't have a clear direction.
Did anyone make you feel bad about it?
No, actually. My friends were very supportive.
That's good.
The pressure mostly came from myself.
Ah, that happens a lot.
I kept thinking, why am I not moving as fast as everyone else?
Yeah, that question can stay in your mind for a long time.
Sometimes I even wondered if I was making the wrong choices.
Did you ever think about changing everything?
Oh yes, many times.
Same here.
There was a moment when I thought, maybe I should just follow the same path as my friends.
Even if it didn't feel right for you?
Exactly.
That's interesting. A lot of people do that.
But deep down, I knew it wouldn't make me happy.
So what helped you change your mindset?
Honestly, time.
Time?
Yeah. After a while, I realized something important.
What was that?
I realized that everyone's life moves at a different speed.
That's very true.
Some people find their path early.
And some people need more time to explore.
Exactly. And that's okay.
So you stopped comparing yourself so much?
I tried to. It wasn't easy, but little by little, I started focusing on my own progress instead of other people's lives.
That sounds like a big step.
It really was.
And looking back now, do you still feel like you were behind?
Not anymore.
Really?
Yeah, now I think that time of confusion actually helped me learn more about myself.
That makes sense.
It taught me patience.
And probably resilience, too.
Definitely.
You know, Liam, I think many listeners will relate to your story.
I hope so. Because if you feel lost sometimes, you're definitely not alone.
Absolutely not.
But now I'm curious about something.
What's that?
Have you ever felt the same way?
Oh, many times.
Really?
Yes, and my story's a little different from yours.
Now I want to hear it.
All right, I'll share it.
Perfect. Let's talk about your journey next.
All right, so my story is a little different from yours, Liam.
Okay, I'm ready. Tell us.
Well, when I was younger, I had a very clear plan for my life.
Oh, really? That sounds very organized.
Yes, I thought I had everything figured out.
That's impressive.
Or maybe a little naive.
Maybe both.
So when I was in college, I wanted to become a lawyer.
A lawyer. Wow, that's a big goal.
Yeah, I imagined myself working in a big office, wearing a suit, going to court.
Like in the movies.
Exactly like in the movies.
Let me guess, real life was a little different?
A little? It was very different.
What happened?
Well, during my second year in college, I started taking more law classes.
And?
And I realized something.
Uh-oh.
I didn't enjoy it as much as I expected.
Really?
Yeah, the classes were interesting, but I couldn't see myself doing that work every day.
That must have been confusing.
Very confusing.
Because you already had a plan.
Exactly. For years, I told everyone, I'm going to be a lawyer.
Family, friends, everyone?
Everyone.
So when you started doubting that plan, how did you feel?
Honestly, I felt a little scared.
That makes sense.
I thought, if I don't become a lawyer, then what will I do?
That's a big question.
Yes, and I didn't have the answer right away.
Did you talk to anyone about it?
I talked to a close friend first.
What did your friend say?
She said something very simple.
What was it?
She said, it's okay to change your mind.
That's actually very good advice.
Yes, but at that time, it was still hard to accept.
Because changing your plan can feel like failure.
Exactly.
But it's not really failure.
Right, it's just part of learning about yourself.
So what did you do next?
I started exploring other interests.
Like what?
Communication, media, and teaching.
Interesting combination.
Yeah, and I noticed something.
What did you notice?
I really enjoyed conversation, storytelling, and explaining ideas.
That actually fits perfectly with podcasting.
Exactly, but at that time, I didn't know I would do a podcast one day.
Life is funny like that.
It really is.
So, did you completely change your major?
Yes, eventually I did.
Wow, that's a brave decision.
It felt scary at first.
Did your family support you?
At first, they were surprised.
I can imagine.
But after I explained my reasons, they understood.
That's good.
And honestly, changing my direction was one of the best decisions I ever made.
Really?
Yes, because it helped me find work that I actually enjoy.
That's very important.
And it also taught me something about trusting my journey.
What did it teach you?
That sometimes the first plan is not the final plan.
That's a great point.
Life is not a straight line.
More like a winding road.
Exactly.
Sometimes you take a turn you didn't expect.
But that turn can lead you somewhere better.
I love that idea.
So when people say they feel lost because their plans changed, I always tell them something.
What do you tell them?
Changing direction does not mean you are failing.
It might mean you are growing.
Exactly.
That's a powerful message.
Thanks.
You know, hearing your story makes me think about another question.
Oh, what question?
Do you think there is a right timeline for life?
That's an interesting topic.
Because society often tells us there is.
Yes, like certain achievements should happen at certain ages.
Exactly.
All right, I think we should talk about that next.
Yes, let's debate that idea a little.
A friendly debate.
Of course, always friendly here. All right, Chloe, let's talk about something interesting.
Okay, I'm ready.
Do you think there is a right timeline in life?
What do you mean exactly?
You know, the idea that certain things should happen at certain ages.
Ah, like graduating at a certain age.
Right.
Getting a stable job by your mid-20s.
Maybe getting married before 30?
Buying a house.
Starting a family.
Yeah, society definitely has a timeline like that.
So the question is, do you think that timeline really matters?
Honestly,
Yes, honestly.
I don't think it matters as much as people believe.
Interesting. So you don't think there's a right age for things?
Not really.
I partly agree with you.
Partly?
Yeah, because sometimes having a timeline can help people stay motivated.
That's true.
For example, if someone wants to finish school by a certain age, that goal can push them to work harder.
Yes, goals can definitely be helpful.
So maybe timelines are not always bad.
I agree with that. Goals are good.
But the problem starts when people think they are failing if they don't follow that timeline.
Exactly. That's the real issue.
Because life doesn't always follow a perfect schedule.
Not at all.
Unexpected things happen.
People change their interests.
Sometimes opportunities appear later.
And sometimes people need more time to grow.
Right.
I think the danger of a strict timeline is that it makes people feel behind.
Even when they're actually doing fine.
Exactly.
For example, someone might start a new career at 30.
Or even 40.
And that's totally okay.
Yes, some of the most successful people started late.
That's very true.
But when people compare themselves to a perfect life schedule, they start feeling anxious.
And that anxiety can stop them from trying new things.
Exactly.
You know, I once heard someone say something interesting.
What did they say?
They said, life is not a train schedule,
I like that.
meaning you don't have to arrive at every station at the exact same time as everyone else.
That's a great way to explain it.
Because imagine if everyone lived exactly the same way.
That would be boring.
Very boring.
Everyone graduating at the same time,
Everyone getting the same job.
everyone making the same decisions.
Life would feel like a factory.
A life factory.
Exactly.
But real life is much more flexible,
And much more unpredictable.
which can actually be exciting.
Yes, if you look at it the right way.
Instead of asking, "Am I behind?" maybe we should ask another question.
What question?
Am I growing?
Wow, that's a powerful question.
Because growth can happen at any age.
That's true.
Someone can discover their passion at 20.
Or at 50.
Exactly.
So maybe the real goal is not to follow a timeline,
But to keep moving forward,
even if the progress is slow.
especially if the progress is slow.
Why especially?
Because slow progress often means you're learning deeply.
That's a really good point.
Sometimes the slower path teaches you more about yourself.
And maybe that's part of trusting your journey.
Exactly.
Trusting that your timing is okay.
Even if it looks different from other people's timing.
I like that idea.
Me too.
But there's another thing that helps people trust their journey.
What's that?
Learning to be patient.
Ah, yes, patience.
Something many of us struggle with.
Including me.
Same here. All right, let's talk about patience next.
Yes, because patience might be one of the most important skills in life.
All right, Chloe, let's talk about something that sounds simple but is actually very difficult.
Let me guess. Patience?
Exactly, patience.
Yeah, that's not easy for most people.
Definitely not easy for me.
Really? You seem like a patient person.
That's because you didn't know me 10 years ago.
Oh, now I'm curious.
When I was younger, I wanted everything to happen quickly.
Like fast success?
Yes, fast success, fast results, fast progress.
I think many people feel that way.
Especially today.
Because everything around us is fast.
Exactly. Fast internet,
Fast delivery,
fast information.
even fast entertainment.
Right, so we start expecting life to move quickly too.
But real life doesn't work like that.
Not at all.
Good things usually take time.
And sometimes a lot of time.
Exactly.
I remember when I first started working toward my goals.
What happened?
I expected big results after just a few months.
That sounds very optimistic.
Very optimistic and very unrealistic.
So, what did you learn?
I learned that progress is usually slow.
Yes, and sometimes we can't see the progress immediately.
That's the hardest part.
Because when you don't see results, you start doubting yourself.
Exactly.
You start thinking, maybe this is not working.
Or maybe I'm not good enough.
Yes, those thoughts can be very discouraging.
But patience helps you continue even when the results are not clear yet.
That's a great way to say it.
It's like planting a tree.
Oh, I like this example.
When you plant a tree, you don't expect it to grow big in 1 week.
Exactly.
You water it, take care of it, and give it time.
And slowly, little by little, it grows.
But the growth is not always visible every day.
That's very true.
Sometimes personal growth is the same,
You work hard, you learn, you try new things.
but the results appear later.
Sometimes much later.
And that's where patience becomes important,
You have to trust that your efforts will lead somewhere.
even if the progress feels slow.
You know, I had a similar experience when learning new skills.
Oh, really?
Yes, there were times when I felt like I wasn't improving.
That must have been frustrating.
Very frustrating.
Did you ever feel like giving up?
Honestly, yes.
That's very honest.
But every time I wanted to quit, I reminded myself of something.
What did you remind yourself?
That progress is not always obvious.
That's true.
Sometimes we are improving, but we just don't notice it yet.
like slow growth.
Exactly.
I think this idea is very important for our listeners.
Especially for people learning English.
Yes, language learning is a perfect example.
You don't become fluent in 1 month.
Or even 6 months sometimes.
It takes practice every day.
Listening to podcasts like this one,
Practicing new words,
speaking with friends,
even making mistakes.
especially making mistakes.
Yes, mistakes are part of learning.
Every small effort helps your brain learn something new.
And after many small efforts, suddenly you realize something.
What's that?
You understand more than before,
You speak more confidently.
and conversations become easier.
But those improvements happen slowly.
Yes, very slowly sometimes.
And that's why people must learn to appreciate small progress.
Exactly.
Maybe today you understand one new word.
Tomorrow, maybe 2.
Next week, maybe 10.
And after a year, that becomes hundreds of words.
That's the power of small steps.
Small actions repeated every day can change your life.
I completely agree.
And this idea also helps people trust their journey.
How so?
Because when you focus on small steps, you stop worrying about the final destination.
That's a really good point.
You just focus on what you can do today.
One small action.
One small improvement.
And those actions slowly build your future.
Exactly.
You know, this reminds me of something a teacher once told me.
What did they say?
They said, don't worry about climbing the whole mountain.
That sounds wise.
Just take the next step.
I love that.
Because when you only think about the mountain, it feels impossible.
But when you focus on the next step, it feels manageable.
Exactly.
And step by step, you reach the top.
That's a great metaphor.
Thanks.
So if our listeners feel like their progress is slow, what should they remember?
They should remember that slow progress is still progress.
And small steps still matter.
Very much.
All right, I think this leads us to something important.
What's that?
Maybe we should share some simple advice for our listeners.
That's a great idea.
Some practical thoughts about trusting your own journey.
Yes, let's do that next.
You know, Chloe, something else makes it hard for people to trust their journey.
What's that?
The world is very noisy.
That's a good word for it. Noisy.
Everyone has advice.
Everyone has opinions.
Your family might say one thing,
Your friends might say something different.
and the internet says 100 other things.
That's very true.
Sometimes it feels like everyone is telling you how to live your life,
Yes, and that can be very confusing.
especially when you're still trying to figure things out.
Exactly.
I remember when I was younger, I listened to too many opinions.
Oh, really?
Yes, every time someone gave advice, I thought I should follow it.
Even if it didn't feel right?
Sometimes, yes,
That must have made things more complicated.
it definitely did.
Because everyone has different ideas about success.
Exactly.
For some people, success means making a lot of money.
For others, it means having a peaceful life.
Some people want adventure.
Others want stability.
None of those choices are wrong.
Right, they're just different.
But when you hear too many voices, you can forget to listen to yourself.
That's a really important point.
Trusting your journey means learning to hear your own voice.
Not just the voices around you.
Exactly.
But how can someone do that?
I think it starts with asking simple questions.
Like what?
For example, what kind of life do I really want?
That's a big question.
Yes, but it's important.
Most people spend more time thinking about what others expect.
Instead of what they truly want.
That's very true.
Another good question is, what activities make me feel excited or curious?
I like that question.
Because purpose often starts with curiosity.
Not with pressure.
Exactly.
Sometimes people think they must find their life purpose immediately,
But purpose often grows slowly.
just like we talked about earlier.
Yes, through small steps and experiences.
Trying different things,
Learning what you enjoy.
learning what you don't enjoy.
Both are important.
You know, I used to think purpose was one big moment.
Like suddenly discovering your destiny?
Exactly.
That sounds very dramatic.
Yeah, like in a movie.
But real life is usually quieter.
Yes, purpose often appears little by little,
Maybe through hobbies.
or through helping other people.
Or through learning new skills.
And over time, those experiences start connecting.
Like pieces of a puzzle.
Exactly.
And suddenly you realize something.
What's that?
This feels right for me.
That's a great feeling.
It really is.
But it takes time to reach that point.
Yes, and patience again.
Patience shows up everywhere in this conversation.
It really does.
So, if our listeners feel confused about their purpose, what would you say to them?
I would say don't panic.
That's good advice.
Not knowing everything right now is normal.
Very normal.
Just keep exploring, learning, and growing.
And trust that your path will become clearer over time.
Exactly.
I think that's a really encouraging message.
I hope it helps someone listening today.
I'm sure it will.
And maybe now is a good time to share a few simple pieces of advice.
Yes, some practical tips for trusting your own journey.
Let's do that next.
All right, Chloe, we've talked about a lot of ideas today. Comparison, patience, small steps, purpose.
Yes, it's been a really meaningful conversation.
So maybe this is a good moment to share some simple advice for our listeners.
I like that idea.
Because many people listening might be asking themselves the same question.
Am I on the right path?
Exactly.
So let's share a few thoughts that might help them trust their journey.
All right, you go first.
Okay, my first piece of advice is don't compare your life too much with other people's lives.
That's a big one.
Yes, because comparison can easily steal your confidence.
Especially today with social media.
Exactly. When we see other people's success online, we often forget something important.
What's that?
We are only seeing a small part of their story.
The highlight reel.
Right. We don't see their struggles, their failures, or their doubts.
But those things exist for everyone.
Absolutely.
So instead of comparing your life to others, it's better to compare your life to your past self.
I love that idea.
Ask yourself, am I growing?
Even a little.
Even slowly.
Growth doesn't have to be dramatic.
Small improvement is still improvement.
Exactly.
All right, what's your second piece of advice?
My second advice is focus on what you can control.
That's very practical.
Because there are many things in life we cannot control.
Like other people's opinions.
Or unexpected situations.
Or how quickly opportunities appear,
But there are still things we can control.
like our effort
Our attitude.
and our daily habits.
Exactly.
So if someone focuses on those things, they will slowly move forward.
Yes, step by step.
All right, now it's my turn.
Let's hear it.
My first advice is be kind to yourself.
That's very important.
Sometimes we are our own worst critics.
That's so true.
When something goes wrong, we immediately blame ourselves.
Or we think we're not good enough.
But growth takes time, and mistakes are part of the process.
Yes, mistakes are teachers.
Exactly.
If we are too hard on ourselves, we might lose motivation.
So being patient and kind to yourself is very important.
I completely agree.
My second advice is simple. Keep moving forward,
Even if the steps are small?
especially if the steps are small.
I like that.
Sometimes people stop completely because they feel lost.
Yes, they wait until everything feels clear.
But clarity often comes through action.
That's a great point.
When you try new things, you learn more about yourself.
And slowly, your direction becomes clearer.
Exactly.
So, movement is better than waiting forever.
Definitely.
You know, Liam, when we put all these ideas together, there's a simple message.
What's that?
Everyone has a different journey.
And that's perfectly okay.
Some journeys are fast.
Some are slow.
Some have many turns.
Some are more direct.
But every journey has value.
I love that perspective.
Me too.
And I hope our listeners remember one important thing.
What's that?
You don't need to have everything figured out today.
Not at all.
Life is something we discover along the way.
Step by step.
Exactly.
All right. I think this brings us close to the end of today's conversation.
Yes, but before we finish, let's share one final message with our listeners.
Good idea. Let's wrap everything up in the final part.
All right, everyone, we've reached the final part of today's episode.
Yes, and this conversation has been really thoughtful.
I agree. Today we talked about something very personal for many people.
Trusting your own journey.
Exactly.
Because sometimes life can feel confusing.
We look around and see other people moving fast.
Getting promotions, starting businesses, traveling the world.
And we start asking ourselves difficult questions.
Like, am I behind?
Or am I doing the wrong thing with my life?
But the truth is, life is not a race.
Everyone has their own path.
And every path has different lessons.
Some lessons are exciting,
Some lessons are difficult.
but all of them help us grow.
Exactly.
You know, Chloe, when I was younger, I always thought life should be very clear.
Like a straight road?
Yes, exactly. A straight road with clear signs.
That would be nice.
But real life doesn't work that way.
Not at all.
Sometimes the road turns left,
Sometimes it turns right.
and sometimes we stop for a while.
But that doesn't mean we are lost.
It just means we are learning.
That's such an important mindset.
I think trusting your journey means accepting that your path will look different from others.
Yes, and that difference is not a problem.
It's actually what makes life interesting.
And meaningful.
Exactly.
So, if you're listening today and you feel uncertain about your direction,
We want to say something simple.
you're not alone,
Many people feel that way at different times in life.
including us.
Absolutely.
But the important thing is to keep learning about yourself.
Keep trying new things.
Keep moving forward, even if the steps are small.
And most importantly, be patient with yourself.
Growth doesn't happen overnight.
But if you stay curious and keep going, your path will slowly become clearer.
Step by step.
All right, Chloe, before we say goodbye, let's remind our listeners about the podcast.
Of course.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, and share the podcast with friends who are learning English too.
Our goal with this podcast is simple. We want to help you practice English through real conversations.
Natural conversations like the ones people have every day.
And we talk about topics that connect to real life.
Exactly.
Every day we upload a new episode on our channel.
So you can listen regularly and improve your English step by step.
Our podcast is called Daily Cup English,
Think of it like enjoying a warm cup of coffee.
but with English conversation instead.
That's right. A small daily habit can make a big difference.
So grab your daily cup of English with us.
And keep learning a little every day.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
We truly appreciate you listening.
And remember,
Trust your own journey.
your path doesn't have to look like anyone else's.
Just keep moving forward.
Step by step.
All right, everyone. We'll see you in the next episode.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.